GG's, 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 WP, GG's, well played, good game, yeah, well played, good game, yeah, good game, yeah, good game that was. What's up guys, welcome to the video. Today, I want to discuss with you a very hot and cold topic, I guess, like a very on and off topic that's kind of been something I've gone through a lot on my stream and something that comes up a lot whilst I'm streaming. I'm gonna hit you with a statistic, okay? A number. 1.29%. You might be wondering, what's the significance behind the number? Well, I recently had two streams in a row where I won. I think it was pretty much every single game bar like two of them where I got maybe like a 2 kill or something like that. And it was a hot streak. It was after a rank reset. It was a hot streak. You know, we had some really good games. I'm not saying it happens on every stream. I'm not saying I'm the best killer in the world. I'm not saying it always is going to happen and be the case. But I had two hot streams. And while it was happening, I figured that what a cool thing to do would be to track how many survivors said GG when they lost. And when they lost bad, like a lot of them were 3 and 4 kills. Like, you know, that's why I classified them as wins. They were 3 and 4 kills. 1.29%. I did the math a while ago when it happened, and I've only just gotten around to making the video, so don't quote me on the exact percentage. But it was something crazy. The reason why it was something crazy was because on the very last game of the second stream, I got a GG. So it was weird. The first stream was about 2.5 hours to 3 hours. I theorized I played about 9 games, something like that on that stream, maybe 8. So 8 times 4, right? Like I killed that many survivors essentially. With 8 times 4 being 32. Of course, I just did that in a split second. It didn't take me a second. I edited nothing and I cut nothing. With 8 times 4 being 32 survivors dead. Be it duplicates or not, I'm not too sure. I didn't do that exact number, but that's roughly about 32 survivors dead if you count 4Ks every game. Okay, let's not count 4K every game. Let's count 3K every game with a cheeky 2K in there in the middle. We're looking at about 25 dead survivors, right? None of which said GG. Now, of course, here's another statistic. You factor into the crossplay thing. You factor in the fact that it might have been on console, Switch, whatever, not had access to the game chat. That's cool. Let's take about 10 of those dead survivors, right? Now we're really whittling down numbers and being probably a bit too strict, but it's okay. It's for the video, for the content. Second stream was about 4 hours. I theorized I played about 15 games. Again, 15 times 4, quick maths. What is it? It's 60. I'm fairly sure it's 6, definitely 60. 60 survivors, okay? Count into a fact, not every game was a 4K. Maybe we'll take it down to 35 survivors, maybe 30. Take into account crossplay. So we're plussing those together. Let's say we killed about 40 to 45 survivors in that whole time period, and some of them could have been duplicates. It is what it is.
See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. Then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. You got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning. You take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 and 2/3%, I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning. The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
In those games, 2 people said GG. And that was the last 2 people of the second stream that just skewered our number and changed it from 0% to 1.29 or whatever the percentage was. It was less than 2%. Percentages are tough to do off the top of your head with weird numbers for me. So, in that same vein, why am I talking about this? I sound like a salty boy, okay? Like, I'm not upset that survivors aren't GG in me. I'm upset at this whole facade that GG means that you're a wholesome person. GG is only ever said by people when they believe it was a GG and they think it deserved to be a GG and they think the person earned their respect enough to give them a GG, right? However, the pretense that most survivors have told me in streams, so the games where survivors win, how quickly are you gonna see a GG? How quickly are you gonna see a GGWP? And while again, this is not something that actively bothers me, it's not the fact that I see it when I lose the game, don't see it when I win. It's the fact that people hide behind this like weird hypocrisy that they always say it, right? I've faced survivors that I've defeated, brutally murdered, terrorized, and done whatever the hell to them in a game where I've definitely won. Nothing. Nada. I faced the same person down the line. They've probably forgotten about our previous encounter, they win the game this time, or let alone like they escape this time. You know what I mean? Like maybe they don't win, but they're one of the people that escape, whether it's a 2K or 3K, they escape. And immediately, hey, GG, WP, right? I'll face that same survivor again at some point, kill them, win the game, and I get attacked, targeted, antagonized, and insulted for things I did in the game, perks I used, the killer I used, the add-ons I used, all kinds of things that survivors like to attack you for. From the same person who had previously stated, hey, I say GG all the time, win or lose, I'm not that kind of guy, I'm wholesome, I'm just a good sport, you know what I mean? I'll say it like it is, I'll just say GG as a sign of saying, hey, cheers for the game, I'm going to the next game, or, you know, a sort of handshake to an extent, a good sport handshake of like, hey, that's the game, see you later. Now, I want you to sit there for a second, and I want you to put your hand up if you can say that you wholeheartedly mean GG when you say it as a wholesome, friendly, sportsmanly handshake, and combined with, you say it after every game, even if you lose, even when you lose badly, you still say it as a sign of respect. Put your hand up if that's you. Get your hand down, you liar. Now, I do hate to call you out like that. I do apologize. Don't take it personally. I can tell you, I've probably met 1 or 2 people are like that. Like, let's say less than 10. Like, that have said it, and I've legitimized it, I've seen it, they seem very chill, they seem like the kind of people to not hold grudges, they've been really good sports when I've beaten them on a separate occasion to when I've lost to them, they've been the same energy, same vibe, same chillaxed atmosphere, whatever you want to call it. So my issue is not with GG being used, but I just don't think it applies to the context of Dead by Daylight in most instances. Take a game like Overwatch, right? Take a game like League of Legends. Games like this that can swing back and forward and be so closely contested and sometimes tied, and sometimes it just takes that one play that pushes the game over the edge for the other team. I get the game ending there and you saying, hey, good game, well played everybody. It makes sense. It was a close game, it was tough. Now in a game like Overwatch or League of Legends, something along those lines, where you're completely smashing, the team give up, they're standing in spawn, they're just spamming stuff because they're fucking annoyed that they're losing, and they've given up. They're just spamming stuff because they're annoyed that they're losing, they've just completely given up. At the end of the game, when you say GG, you don't mean it. You know it wasn't a good game. You know they didn't play well. So you putting good game, well played, you know you're purposely doing it to rub salt in the wound of people that are clearly not happy that they've lost or they've given up, right? You know they didn't play well. How do you know? Because you were able to dominate so hard. And in those contexts, it kind of makes sense. So you look at a game like Dead by Daylight, right? A killer who kills 4 people in the space of maybe 1 generator being done, 4 generators left. On what planet, in what world, would the survivors have had a good game? For the killer to have the best game possible, the survivors have to have their worst game possible. In the context of win or lose, right? Sheer dominance. For the survivors to have their best game possible, the killer has to have the worst game possible. That's how it works. That's what it is.
He's right, you know.
So as survivors, if you do all generators, the killer gets maybe 0 hooks, 1 hook, you know they've done absolutely f*** all the entire game, and you know you've just juiced them, and you know they're clearly not happy about it. Why would you ever put good game at the end? Why would you ever put well played? Because you want to annoy the killer more. Because you want them to know that you know they didn't have a good game, but you want to pretend that you're wholesome. You want to hide behind the guise of, hey, I'm wholesome, I'm a good sport, I say it regardless. Let's stop doing that. Let's stop. I'd rather, if I was a killer and I had a terrible game and all the survivors escaped, I'd rather them say something along the lines of, oof, that was a tough game, man. That sucked for you. Like, that was terrible. You only got 1 hook. That sucks, man. Hopefully you have better luck in the next game. I'd rather that. Honesty, transparency, someone being a human, someone acknowledging what's just happened and talking about it. That's kind of what the chat is for, right? Not just being autonomous, robotic, generic, and fake. You know what I mean? That's kind of like what I look for in the post-game chat. I love the honesty. I love real people. I love those chats about the game. Let's discuss what just happened. Let's discuss how much I got fucking juiced. You know, like, so you could start the conversation with, hey man, that sucked for you. You got 1 hook. You got fucking juiced. That sucked. And I can go, yeah, that was terrible, man. That was terrible. But we're having a conversation. I much more prefer that than just autonomous, generic, GG, pretend I'm wholesome, pretend I say this all the time and move on. The reason why is because every single time I juice as killer, every single time I slay it, every single time I dominate a game, and even not domination, but every single time I win, where in my eyes, it was pretty close game, pretty well contested. No GG. No GG, no good game, no compliments, no survivors being honest to be like, man, I got fucking devastated in that game, like you did so well. Nothing.
That's some bullshit, man. That's some bullshit.
It's the sheer hypocrisy of it that makes it so boring. And especially when you have people come all the way to the stream, like after they've won, they want to come, say they're on cross-platform and they want to come all the way to the stream after they've won, put 2 letters, like all the way to the stream, wait for the pre-roll ad, GG, just to get a reaction from the streamer, right? It's usually to get a reaction, be it negative most of the time. That's what they're kind of looking for. What they'll usually do is GGWP, wait for a second. Oh, the streamer's not reacted negatively. I'll say, yeah, cool. I'm a good sport. See you later. The idea is that the streamer reacts negatively and goes, shut the f up, like, you asshole, just because you know, and then they go, oh, hee, yeah, you fucking got juiced, you suck. They're gauging. It's like a probe. It's like gauging what they can do if they have like a jurisdiction to be their true self. The amount of time I've had survivors come into the stream and say GG, I'll say something that gives them like this window. Like I'll say, hey, GG, man, yeah, that was crazy. Like, yeah, I figured I'd stop chasing you because I felt like you were, you know, the weaker survivor. And I did feel a bit mean when I first hooked you, so I actively avoided tunneling you. And in the end, I paid for that mistake. That was a stupid call on my part. Then they start going off. What do you mean I'm the weaker survivor? You. You sucked as killer. You're shit, actually. I only fucking, you know, went down the first time because you fucking had bullshit hitbox. Whoa. They just turn into themselves so quick. I've seen so many quick flip and so many amazing, like, just personality changes from something I say that they probe me, I reprobe them. This sounds weird, but I will pull the real person out. And again, in those situations it happens, and situations where I will beat people that in the past have pretended to be these kind of good, wholesome sports, beat them so bad, they come in and show their real personality, and I go, whoa, hang on a second. Last time we spoke, you were the most nice guy in the world, right? Now you're fucking, what happened here? Like, GG when you won, well played, most wholesome guy, friendly, and you lose. This is who you really are, man. Just be who you really are. Like, just be honest, be open. When I win really bad as killer, I just say good efforts. I figured it's a better alternative. You know, good efforts, man. They were. You made efforts. You tried. It was a good try. You lost. It's not me being a cocky It's me saying, thanks for trying to an extent, you know? Cheers for the game. You tried. Good job on enduring that and persisting, not disconnecting. You know, I'm always kind of open about that too. I just think it needs to stop. It needs to end.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay?
If we could start getting GG used in the proper instances, I'm all for carrying on using it. It's never going to happen. GG is used to probe and prod and get more soul out of people that have just badly lost, and it's only ever used by people who win. It's only ever used and said by people who have won actively. That's the only time it's said for 90% of the player base. And don't lie and tell me that you say it every time, no matter what, even when you lose. It's not true. It's just simply not true for a vast majority of people, and we need to stop attacking people for what they use, what items they bring, the game plan they employ, the movements they did, the things they might have abused in your eyes. Like, don't hide behind this whole false pretense of I'm a good sport, I'm wholesome. Just stop lying to yourself. You know why you're putting GG. You know why you're doing it. Let's just stop, man. I don't know. I feel like I've talked for way too long on this. 1.29%. Let's say 1% of survivors in a 2-stream streak that I killed said GG. Let me know if you think I'm overreacting. Let me know if you think my opinions on it are all out of whack. Let me know if you think I'm being crazy. Let me know if you think I'm diving too much into it, the psychology behind it, and analyzing it way too much. Again, I don't lose sleep at night. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't actively anger or annoy me. I guess the word is fascinates me / baffles me at the same time. It's more of like, why not just be yourself and stand out, say what you want to say, what you truly want to say all the time within reason, right? Just be yourself. I'm very interested to hear your guys' opinions on this. Please let me know in the comments below what you think overall of the term GG as it currently exists and is used in the Dead by Daylight universe. Maybe you play another game on top of Dead by Daylight, you know, maybe as much, maybe not as much, whatever it may be, and you notice the same sort of culture around GGWP and that kind of stuff in that game. Let me know what you think. I was so interested to get a variety of opinions and thoughts about the terminology GG, where it's come from, where it is now, the psychology behind it, and the usage of it only being so high on people that have been victorious and they know it was not a good game for the other side. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I really appreciate it. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and check out the other videos on the channel. I'm going to have more talking pieces coming up, more videos coming out with opinions, thoughts, and discussion topics, and I'm more than interested to hear your guys' take. So until the next video, GGWP everyone.